What the fuck? Is he peeing? This is the most weird. Oh, he's not peeing. The movie jacks off this little girl called Will that wants to become a legendary basketball player like this jaguar called Jet. Those ones looking at me all like saying that that's not a jaguar, that's a panther. Sorry, I meant to say panther. But then after that, we're introduced to this basically low of the bottom bum guy called Will, who's all like, "Good morning, Valir! Ever said that? Be quiet, please." To find out that Will is a delivery boy who's passionate about the basketball. But then as he's doing his late night practice, a bunch of big animals come and start pushing him around. Inclusive this big bear that is busy scratching its booty cheeks. Ugh. Oh God, give me a break. Then we are also introduced to Jet Fillmore, who's a old-timer famous basketball player. And when she's busy signing this kid's ball, she asks a very fucking offensive question, and the kid is all like, "Why haven't you won a claw yet?" I swear this kid knew what he was doing. Then she almost attacks this little piggy, demanding for a new team member who's strong. Then, like any other normal aspiring person with big dreams, Will has a problem with his rent money cause just has way too many kids to feed. Then we are introduced to some other character called Maine, who's a tall black stallion horse. And this guy starts competing with the local neighborhood players. He's all like, "All of you niggas are gay. Who got next? Who got next?" Then Will decides that, "Ain't no waiting this shit slide." He gives Maine a bloody nose and is able to do a ankle break on him and does this sassy face. Oh, you're getting cooked. But then Willie's aura moment is short-lived until Maine starts bashing him against the basketball ring itself. So humiliating. Shakalaka, bam! Oh my gosh, hell no. But then when he goes back to his apartment where he already lives or where he's supposed to live, the guy, since he needs to pay bills for his children that because he can't pull out, finds a honey badger in the apartment. So he has no choice but to move in with him. We see as friends who can't keep the sanitation in check. Passes by a Mercedes Benz knowing that there is no person with rack who can park here, saying, "Who's the clown who parked here?" And it's this piggy all like, "I'm the clown." Then Will is signed into the Thorns, but I have not exactly explained how Will was signed into the Thorns. When he had that match between him and Maine, his friends made a viral meme that made him famous, and after that, since he was a viral sensation, just like how they recruit Chelsea players, for those ones who watch some football, I don't, it's just my friend who told me, she decided that she would be good. But normally in basketball, the people who qualify in basketball are crocodiles, bears, jaguars, I don't know, I'm stuck with pythons, panthers, are the ones that usually qualify since they are bigger, taller animals, not smaller animals like Will. And she's all like, "We've got a small what? A little what? A little teeny tiny what? Tiny what? Goat." Then she rushes with Zakis to go and rip that woman into shreds. Jet reaches at the piggy's place and she's all like, "I thought when you said recruiting, you're going to recruit maybe a crocodile or a bear, but you instead decided to recruit a little tiny goat that is 5'7" in height, a short king." But then the Warthog is all like, "Bruh, everything is gonna be fine. It's going to pick perfect. It's going to fit perfectly within the team." Then after that, immediately there's an interview that is held between Jet and Will Harris, and this scene has to happen. To realize the height of the seat is too short for him, so the security guard starts adjusting it. Then he's met with their depressed coach who doesn't actually control the team, and he's also met to Rhino, Giraffe, and also Modo and Ostrich. And Modo is a big weirdo. Then after that, these guys, as they are playing the game, Harris is just benched, and after that he's made to read kid stories for the Rhinos girls. Then they go on a flight for their next match, and Giraffe said it's occupied because he's tall, and he's like, "You're trying to body shame me because I'm tall." Then after that, Modo says it's not occupied, but technically it is because of his skin. Disgusting. Then while they are still on the flight, Maine releases a diss track song for for Will. What the fuck is he paying? Disgusting. Oh, he's actually not paying. It's main season. You know what's in markup? Will and the others here in that diss track and arriving at the hotel. Do not explain to me why I've never continued that song. I actually tried to rap it, but I was pretty mid. So after that, Will goes to the hotel and starts making bear sounds with his bear, 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 bear. Then after that, as they are playing the match between the other team, Jade ends up getting red carded and she ends up being benched. After being benched, she just tells Will, just go there and put your goatee ass there. I don't give a fuck. So then, not expecting Will to do anything, as Giraffe is being blocked by the other two and he does not want to pass to Will, he has no choice but to pass to Will. Then after that, Will ends up shooting the ball and it actually goes through, bruh. Then they end up winning the final match because of Giraffe scoring the final point. Rhino and the others basically explain about Jet is a bad leader. Then Coach is on a lifeline. Then also to find out that Giraffe is also a rapper. Then after that, their piggy manager calls them and tells them that they are doing an advertisement transferring the power from Jet to Will, and that's what the advertisement is about. Well, like passing the torch to the new generation, which Jet is egoistic ass totally messes up. Time to pass the torch to the new. My ego. Jet and Will end up escaping from a bunch of paparazzis. Will taking her to the cafe where his mom used to be at, and he tells her the importance of friends. Then after that, as Main decides to live stream, Jet taps on his live stream, but then he starts dissing the Thorns team of how useless and how hopeless they are. So Jet decides to fire back. You can't read a menu without a flashlight. I'm surprised you can talk with teeth like that. Then they roast him about his ear and he's all like, stop laughing, I get sensitive. After that, Jet decides to leave her ego bus beside her. Then after that, two hand it to the actual coach because she's the one who has been controlling the whole team since she's a control freak. My therapist said this day will come. Give me a second. Breathe. Then after that, it tells you to practice on how to dodge big opponents. Then model to lock in. Then lock in is all like message received. After that, they start reaching their prime and they start winning different matches because they are now actually working together as a team and they appreciate each other for what they actually are. But then after that, again, Piggy causes new problems when they're attending a certain event, and Piggy tells Jet exclusively while Will was peeping or hearing their conversation, and that she sold off their team for a better profit. Everyone is going to get separated. They should empty out their locker rooms, and she told them about of how Jet is an old person. So basically, Jet was going to get binned, basically like trashed out, and the rest are moved to other teams. But then after that, Jade becomes all up insecure and tells Will not to tell the other guys because it will make them sad and distract them, and she starts becoming a control freak again. Raph, are you trying to get traded? Then Will tries to ask if she's okay, but then she disses Ostrich that she shouldn't even think of shooting. Then she beats all other teammates while also scoring points, inclusive Will. Bruh, that wasn't chill. Whole group breaks up and there's this whole background sad music of everyone. But then Jet goes to Vine where Will is practicing basketball until she apologizes, and also they recruit the other guys for the final game, which was pretty fast paced because bruh, like the way she treated them was pretty shitty. But they're able to go back and finally play for the final game against Maine and his team. Then they all pull up in some dope drip, inclusive also Jet, whereby bruh, the dressing style is better than some celebrities. After that, they start having the final match. But while they're having the final match, Main tries to take out Will, but instead he takes out. But Jet sacrifices herself and her leg ends up getting broken in the process. But now that these guys start looking, an ostrich knees Main in the face. Comes up with a brilliant plan so that Will can score. Since Jet realizes that Main likes over focusing on her, she decides to use herself as a distraction And after that, while using herself as a distraction, as these guys are busy focused on trying to block Jet, Jet passes it to Will. Will throws it and then ends up scaring for the whole team, making the Thorns win. And by the way, Modo becomes the owner of the team after exchanging that weird egg he carries around. That they end up celebrating with a whole roots run deep Vine Town. But then there's this weird part that it was very hard to ignore. As they were celebrating, since everyone now found out the model is the owner of the team, this chick is all like,
No, marry me! You hear that?
He's gay! He's gay! He's gay! It was the GOAT, the movie. And this animation was very superb. More of the story, believe in yourself as you also put in the work. Pray, believe, and you'll get what you want as long as you work for it and you're able to persist. There will be highs and lows, but you shall reach your goal long as you believe in yourself and you put in the work. But basically that was it. J'ai été so content. I hope you're happy with the video and hope you liked. Please like, subscribe, and also comment down on your actual views of this whole movie. Hope you do well. Always and always be happy.